whatever, or spiritual things, spiritual talks and everything, but we don't understand this whole concept of mental health. And they think it's a Western phenomena, it doesn't exist here, but that's not true at all. So while we of course have many buffers in our country and in our culture, like spirituality and very good family relations and all that, but we have to understand this whole mental health concept, and it's not a sign of madness to go to any counselor. The counselors are qualified people, they're the physical counterparts of doctors. Like just as you go to a doctor for physical ailments, a counselor is there for your feelings and for your thoughts or your behaviors if you have any problems with these things. So peace of mind is very important. I just had to give that piece of information about counseling. Okay, so these are our common goals. What are the, anything else comes here?
Family.
Family. Values. Okay, any more? Like what? Relationships. Family and relationships, I'm putting it here. Because this relationship means friendships and all your other relatives or whatever other contacts with colleagues or everything else. Relationships. Okay. These are some very broad and but very common goals for everybody. I'm sure all of us want that we should be happy and fulfilled in all these aspects. Everybody has these goals for yourself? Yeah? I need some feedback.
Yes.
Back, yeah? Anything more comes here?
Social, giving back to society.
Charity.
Not charity, but in whatever form.
Social obligation.
I'm putting it as philanthropy. So see, most of your, like, there's a combination, like if you see yourself as a complete being, then you have physical needs, you have emotional needs, intellectual needs, you have spiritual needs. These are the four main aspects, or the all that you're composed of. And related to these, you have these different goals, primary goals as a person. Yeah? Everybody would have these goals. Now we come back to this part of it. And what is going, why are we all know this, right? Okay. Now I was asking you those questions related to slots. Like how many of you are completely satisfied, 75 to 80%, in terms of meeting your needs, your goals or whatever? Your goal doesn't mean you have to do pen and paper and all that. I'm talking just judging you by your degree of contentment and happiness. 75 to 100 slot mein, kitne hands up? Huh? 70? 70 you are, huh? He's saying he's also high up. And anybody else? Okay, the next slot is 50 to 75. 50 to 75? Okay. Why? I was expecting more hands. Yeah, you are happy.
Very happy.
Very happy. Very good. I'm very happy that you're very happy.
Well, I read somewhere that every morning when I get up, I have two choices. Either to be happy or be sad.
Right.
So I choose to be happy. And that makes the whole day go very nice.
Right. The whole idea of doing this exercise is because that there is a time in your life when you have to put in effort, keep putting in effort. In the beginning it's very difficult in all these areas. But it's like a bank balance that you're creating for yourself. You keep on making deposits and withdrawals. So the more you keep on depositing, I'm saying initially there is this whole effort, self-effort, which is very difficult because of all these different factors. Laziness. Laziness is a big, huge disease, which is like top of everything. Because we become very complacent, Things are fine, you become very complacent, you become very lazy. Besides those other deadly diseases. I was telling you is that self-effort is required for a long period of time in all these areas of your life for you to be happy or fulfilled. But there comes in a time when things become effortless. Like any athlete or training, I mean, how many of you go running or something? Are you engaged in some sport on a long-term basis? You? Football? Yeah? Cricket also. Wow, very good. Walking. Yeah. Seeing initially there is always, seeing anything new that you start doing, there's a resistance which comes because you're moving from a state of inertia to a state of action. And all of you, those of you who have studied science even in primary school, you know that any inactive body, you have to put some force. When the force is your self-effort and using your willpower. I'm not talking about external agents here, because the whole idea is self-management. So you move from an inactive state to a state with self-effort, to a state of movement. There is the initial, the effort that is required. You make it a habit. You continuously do it. After a point, you obviously that self-effort will just not be felt. The reward that you get out of doing that thing, firstly, it becomes a very natural process. Exercising or anything else that you take up. It can be playing a sport, or it can be any other hobbies or talents that you have developed in yourself. It can be dancing or singing or whatever. The self-effort is initially huge. So huge that sometimes you want to give up on the activity. But after you've gone through that initial resistance, or you have, as we had talked about, so many good qualities like consistency and perseverance, along with a bit flexibility, because every day not necessarily you'll be out running. You have to give your body rest also. But after that you reach a zone. It's like, in athletes and sports stars also, we call it the zone, which means effortless action. Even in spirituality, and most of you are senior citizens here, so I'm sure you have a lot of spiritual knowledge. So you reach a zone which is effortless action. Means you think on the surface of it you're doing things, but actually inside you're not feeling anything. It becomes as natural as breathing. Breathing is not an effort. Right? We are breathing all the time, breathing in, breathing out, becoming a spontaneous natural activity. Your effort has to become a natural activity. All these goals, they are all related to our day-to-day living. And they are satisfying all your areas of your personality. So I'm saying initially, if you can persevere and put in the self-effort, there will come a time when you don't have to, you will not feel it. Everybody's getting it? Yeah? So that is a key message. What are your thoughts so far? In the slotting, okay, 25 to 50%. How many of you are in the 25 to 50%? You want to give numbers? Percentage numbers? Huh? 25 to 50. 30, 35. You? 30, 35. Pass nahi hoega. Huh? Grace marks you need. Huh? You're just on the verge of it. You want to go ahead. Acha. Of course you want to go ahead, but I am asking is pass. You think you see yourself a pass or that red line? Okay. And here, what about it? 25 to 50%. How many of you would slot yourself in terms of your happiness, contentment and satisfaction in life? You also. All the people that I had pinned my hopes in the audience and I thought you will belong higher up have very much disappointed. Huh? Yeah? But I'm very happy that everybody is being so honest and ready to share stuff. Okay. And 0 to 25%?
Striving towards it, no?
Yeah, but what is your current
level where you are right now? Right?
Yeah, because
Always striving. There is no 100%
100% is self-realization, which means that it is like you're really hit it.
So you're always working towards it at every stage of life.
Yeah, but some people are sitting happy where they are. They're not working on it. That is the whole state of laziness, complacency and stagnation.
Okay, this is it like.
When we're talking about...
Depends on what goal you set for.
See,
I want to give some different dimension here.
yeah, 1 minute. I just want to complete what I'm saying. I'm saying is that she thinks, what she was saying is that she thinks everybody naturally trying to move from wherever you are upwards. But I'm telling is everybody, unless you're constantly putting in effort, you're not moving up. If you are just staying put where you are,